Assalamu alaikum.
You all may be seated. Do we have any visitors?
Thank you for coming.
We usually give a opportunity for you all to ask questions. And it don't make no difference what question you ask, just be respectful, that's all. Now, to those of you all that invited me out, thank you. I wanted to come and speak to you to let you know what's going on and make sure you hold on. It may not, to those of you that are here, I don't know if you've been here before, but if you haven't, this may seem small, but all great things start small. We've been going now, I guess, for the last 7 years. We have temples or mosques outside of Kansas that supports the base. And we actually have a nation really going. I mean, really going. And most of you all that are even with me haven't seen or don't keep up on a daily basis as to what's happening, how we are growing. You know, it's like a child that's growing and you don't buy them shoes too often. After a while, it gets to a point you're going to have to buy some. So it's the same thing it is with the nation that we're doing. You know, those of you all that are diligent, that are coming to the temple, regardless of whether you see what's going on or not, that's wonderful. Because you all are the ones that is making it possible for the base to be strong. When you're called or when you're asked to come, go to heaven or to Kansas, if we have the homes, if we have everything set up for you, there's no reason why you can't go. If you can, it's because of your own behavior. If your behavior is somewhat civilized, and it should be, because we have classes set up for you to go through the classes to make sure if you go, if you're called, or when you're called, or when you go, you can't be refused. At least there is a place you can go. So I wanted to speak to you today to make sure that you do understand what is taking place, and because what you don't see don't mean it isn't happening. You follow what I'm saying? And I hope this, you taping this? Hope it comes out. I don't know what it is. Every time I speak, like the minister, you can hear real well. It's always a difficulty with me. However, I don't have any particular earth-shaking, emotional message. I just wanted you to know what we're doing and how things are set up and what I intend to have done. And for all of you all that are here and that will hear this tape, you should really stop and think, especially after this meeting is concluded, or you hear some other meetings that I've had, some tapes that you listen to. Really think all of the time of your parents, your grandparents, and even your time. What can you actually say that God, Jehovah, Jesus, Allah, whoever you want to put there as the supreme being, where are you today? If they have already done what it takes for you to be satisfied, free, independent, be no need for me. However, if you as a person is free and independent, fine. They can't sit them to you. We as a people, since it's prophesied that the God was coming after his people, not his person, his people. So if we as a people are not independent, what happened to Master Farad Muhammad? How come he ain't freed you? How come Elijah, since that's all you need, you still ain't free? And for the Christians, Jesus hasn't freed you. I mean, this is real. This is not mockery. This is real. And in order for you to be free, you have to have a foundation. You can't just be free floating in space. That ain't going to work. Even the clouds float in space like it's free. At one time or another, without its permission, it has to fall back to the earth. Is that right? Well, so just by that taking place, it is not free because it's subject to a power stronger than it. Now, we're the black people or the people of God. I want you to think, because that's what you got to do. You just can't go to heaven because you like God. He might not like you. You know, you just can't say, well, I like you, God. And he said, okay, well, come on. Then if he say, come on, go to heaven, where is heaven? I mean, where is it? If he said, come on, let's go, go where? You know, if you're really going to think, go where? In this solar system, you got 9 planets and quite a few different moons. None of them is styled as heaven. So if I say, let's go, we're going to heaven. Well, where is that, God? If I say, well, where Jesus is, well, where is he? Where the Father is, where is he? If you're going to be intelligent. If you're going to be intelligent. Now, if God is intelligent, and he has to be, just for the mere fact that he made the statement, if you are of my people, you will know my voice. Not that you know his voice by the way it sounds. You will know it by the mathematical rhythm that is spoken. Because he raised up one before he actually come to acquaint you with how he speaks. Right? So just the fact of him coming and saying, well, let's go. You have a base to judge that this is the one that I can trust to actually go with him. If Jesus comes and says, well, let's go. Go where? Where my Father is. Where is that? The place where I have made mansions for you. Where is that? They got to be able to tell you in such a way where you can picture it physically in your mind in a mathematical way, not spooky or mysterious. If it's a mystery before you go, that's almost as bad as Hitler leading the Jews into the furnaces. Let's go to the camp. Where's the camp? When you get to the camp, you don't know what's going to happen. Next thing you know, you're on a march. Next thing you know, you're in the oven. If you'd have known that before you was asked to go, you may have hid. Are you following the thought pattern? Well, since this is true, and I mean absolutely true, if the God shows up, he can't just show up and say, I'm God, and you're supposed to believe it after you've been baptized by Satan. I mean, thoroughly baptized. Everything that you do, everything that you think, everything that you see, you see it through the eye of Satan. And it's not your fault, because the Supreme Being wasn't here. I hope you get this. Now, when the God does come, he knows this. He knows this. He knows what you're into before he even comes. So he says, look, Elijah, go tell him I love him. Fly to me, and I will put them in heaven overnight. Tell them, Elijah. In essence, what he was doing, Elijah teach them the rhythm of truth. After and during the time you are teaching them who they are and who the open enemy is that has got them trapped up in the condition that they're in. When that makes sense to them and the proper amount of fear has been instilled in the enemy, then I will come. And the night has got to be over just because I'm showing up. I'm light. Even if I'm not physical light, I'm light here that goes off in your mind, which causes you to see all circumstances. So much so that you then now begin to create and make circumstances that is in your favor. I hope you listening. Hope you listening. There hasn't been no one except Elijah that even started a foundation that would support a people. We called it the Nation of Islam at the time. Other than that nation, there has been no other nation that's legit that has been raised up or has started that is actually functioning as a support for a people. I'm going to say that again. There has been no one that has put anything in motion other than lip service that will support your existence as a people. Nobody. Until I showed up. So since I know my purpose for being here, and the purpose is divine, so I go to work to make sure I can justify my divine being. So while I'm doing that, because I'm doing that, I am free of fear from anyone or even the ignorance that I may have of failing. If you read about Solomon in the scripture, it reads that Solomon should not fear, and that the Lord has brought peace to him on all four sides. In other words, there is nothing that's around him, under him, or over him that can bring about a disturbance that will stop him in being successful and bringing about a foundation and activity for the righteous people. It's called the righteous kingdom. Until I started it this time, there is nobody else. I don't care how much you love Jesus. I don't care how much you love Master Farad Muhammad. I don't care how much you fall out because Elijah was here. It ain't happening. You can say, well, that's like having a wife that you was married to, and she was wonderful, wonderful. There is no words in this language that could describe the peace and the harmony that you and her experienced together. It's almost as though you were just one. You can't describe that in this language. Two operating as one. And then she was taken. She passed. Now what? You're still here. Now what are you going to do? You going to mourn? You going to cry? Or are you going to get busy being in love with life? I hope you all understand what I'm saying. Well, you cannot say that Allah lied. You can say you don't understand. It was written by the devil with Allah's permission to show you or put in print what is supposed to take place before it happens. It says, just before that great and dreadful day, I will send you Elijah. Now this is the Lord speaking. This isn't Elijah. I will send you Elijah. What Elijah that you know of in history did more than the Elijah recently? And it's just before the great and dreadful day. Not the Elijah that was in past, that was written about in the past, because that wasn't just before the great and dreadful day. I hope you stay with me. You know, it's almost immaterial whether anyone sees me as being the supreme being or not. That don't matter. That does not matter, because the most of the people on the planet won't see me as that, in a sense where they can actually come and talk to me physically. They won't be able to shake my hand. They won't be able to embrace me. They may see me on the TV and have their own opinions, but they won't be able to clutch me, period. However, what makes this so great, what I'm bringing about, everybody can embrace it. I hope you listen. The system is being put in place. Whether you are friend or foe, lover or enemy, the system is offered to anyone and everyone. Offered. It's up to you whether you want to accept it or embrace it. If you don't embrace it, what I have in motion is so exact, so determined, so righteous, that if you don't, in a certain period of time, it's going to slow walk you down. Your own behavior. And as it is written in prophecy, you are going to catch yourself biting your own fingers in intense grief because you did not follow or you did not accept the Supreme Being and what He's offered to you. Think about it. Think about it. There will be no excuse for no one, not even Abraham, when he stands up, if he stands before me, he's got to stand as a child because I'm new. All that he learned in the 900 or almost 1,000 years that he lived, and the update that he has now since when being brought back, he still has no authority to judge what's taking place because it's new. It don't read that most people have never conceived it in their heart. In their thing, they haven't heard it. They haven't thought it. It don't read Moses. It says no one. I hope this is mathematical what I'm speaking to you. So this should end you looking for someone else of yesterday. The only thing you can do with that, if the system was strong enough, what was laid out yesterday, use it for today and tomorrow. Don't look for the person that put it in motion yesterday if they're past. Don't look for them to come and give you further instructions. Don't do that. You know, in the bringing in of the experience of negative, we brought about a man and he was named Yakub. The idea that we allowed him to come up with, it took it 600 years for it to develop in its fullness. 600 years. But he only lived to be 143. So if the people were still back waiting for him to come back from death to give them further instructions, the devil would have never made it. Jesus was 2,000 years prior to this. What he taught is in accord with the living man today. But he's gone. If he is to be brought back, he won't be coming back as no authority figure. He's out of time. I hope you understand. So the man that is to do what he's doing has to be alive. What he's doing, it actually has to be him. Not he knows it, it's got to be him. Especially in this day and time. Just before the great and dreadful day, I will send you Elijah. And he is to turn the hearts of the children back to the fathers. He, not they, he is to do this. And the fathers back to the children, lest I smite the earth with a curse. And after that takes place, I will come. not no messenger, not my son Jesus. This is God speaking, I will come. Meaning before then he wasn't here. He didn't come in no Jesus or as Jesus. Jesus was Jesus. I will come, and I will bring you out with great substance. I will bring you out with great substance. Why would you do that, God? Because you are great people. Because every one of you that accepted the messenger and the message, or vice versa, determines what your greatness. So since you are great, I got to give you something that equals your greatness. So the substance is material. This is something for you to work with to show your brilliance. So I will bring you out with great substance. At the same time you're coming out with the substance, not come out and then I give it to you. You're going to get it while you're still there. During the same time, the man that afflicted you, the man that had stopped you from knowing yourself, the man that brought about the reason even for me having to come, I will judge that man. Are you listening? All of these Christian ministers, I don't care how close, how much they sound like they got it. Some of them speak with sound reasoning, just the way it reads in the Quran. Speak with firm resolution, but crooked as a snake. In the absence of the real light, the candle looks good. In the absence of the real light, the moon looks good. However, if whatever light you have, another light can be added to it, you don't have it all. If you are existing in such a way, something can always be added to you. In some places, that's very good because it's showing that you're growing. However, if you feel as though you have made it and this is it, and someone or something can come and add to you, you ain't made it. If you think this is it, like most of the 144,000, I'm with Elijah. Elijah said, Allah who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, and Master Farad Muhammad is Allah. He's the God. I'm not going with that fool Solomon. They call me all kind of names. Who wants an idiot to be with them? If you are unable and unwilling to think, all we ask you to do is think. And if you don't know how, come to the classes. We will show you how to think. As a man thinketh, so is he. So the first thing that's got to be done to you, got to be taught how to think. That's what happened to you with Satan. He baptized your thinking to think like him or to think as a servant of his. It took him 600 years to do it. And then even after that, we were so powerful in right thinking that it took them to come and get us, bring us completely away from our land, our home, where everything fit our vibe, and had to bring us to a place which is North America, where it had no spiritual value. If you were spiritual, you had nothing to send your spirituality out, which would ground it or bounce back to you to confirm that you were even spiritual. This is where you were brought. And even after that, it took him 64 years to get the first slave. With all of that working in his favor. Now the God shows up. After Elijah came and did what he's supposed to do for 40 years. The book reads, he'll be here for 40 years or 40 days. He styled as a daily sacrifice. When I take him away, I'm going to test the ones that was with him. Just because you're black, it don't mean that you're with me. It don't mean that you're part of the righteous family. It don't mean that at all. Remember, Yaqub wasn't white. Nor was he right. And we got the evidence of his thinking today because we're living under it. So I'm going to put the truth out and see who comes to collect it. I don't have to put garbage out. That's being done already. You need to think. You need to think. You need to think. Those of you that hear this tape and think that you're part of the 144,000, you cannot be that if you don't accept this. You don't have to accept me as the person. That's a burden to accept me as a person. Look how long it took me to get back here to Los Angeles. But I hear from you every week. And wherever I go, if there's a tape, it's sent to you. And you're encouraged to get it. You're to hear this book. You have to give ear to it, not your eyes. If you are blessed to see it, then you have to have an intelligence as to know what you're looking at. Because looks in my case are most certainly deceiving. Most certainly. Well, I want you all to know and have an understanding how to see what's taking place and why. Why? If it is the Supreme Being's idea or plan to extract only the best of his creation. His creation. He didn't go to another star system, another galaxy, and pick any other people because he wanted the best. And even of his own people. To find out who are the best, he allowed certain ones of us that was in our hometown to be brought out to the poor part of the planet and made you go through a severe trial. Severe. Through generations. And then he would call you. Then he would see who answered. And the one that answered behind all of that would prove that they are the cream. Because I didn't just come after the milk. I didn't do that. God deals with the rulers. So I had to come after the cream and make the cream the God. I hope you listen. So now I'm expecting you to come alive. I'm expecting you to come alive. I'm doing my part as showing you how to come alive, why to come alive, and where to come alive at. Not sit in your own homes and come alive there and do something there. It's not enough of you. You know, it's like having a drop of arsenic and you got to split it up between 100 glasses of water. It's not going to do anything. So all of you all got to be God in a particular place. And if you're not in that particular place, you got to be operating where you are to funnel all of your energy and your thoughts towards the particular place. You see? It's like the atoms in your body or the cells in your body. It's all coming together to be able to serve the thinking. I hope you listen. Well, while we're developing our foundation, this is what's taking place. It was promised to us and you all that accepted the messenger and the message overnight or after the night you would have money, good homes, and friendships in all walks of life, peace of heart, peace of mind, and contentment of heart. You almost say, well, that's what I'm supposed to receive as an individual in my individual home. Yes, you will, as in a degree. But as a people, no. It has to be in a particular place where when you go, everything that is a need for you is already taken care of. The same as it is in the prayer or in the salutation. Allah the beneficent, the merciful. Are you listening? Do you all know what beneficent means? It means that God has everything for you without you asking for it. That's what Allah the beneficent. And right behind it is always the merciful. Because he knows you're going to misuse it. And if he applied the law to the letter, he'd have to kill you. So instead of applying the law, he applies mercy while you're learning. Then when you get old enough and responsible enough in your thinking, then the law can be gradually applied to make you to know this isn't something to play with. This is something to ensure your life by. You got that? So if you're unable to think, unwilling to think, you can't be with me. You can't. The mere fact, if you're going to be with life, you've got to think. Not be able, you've got to do it. Allah don't have followers. Now, if you were just followers, you wouldn't have to think. All you would have to do is just follow. You know, like the engine on the train. Every car after that engine is following. They can't go no place other than where the engine is pulling it. So it's free of having to think. It will go when the engine goes, and it'll stop when the engine stops. However, you're going to be with me, and you're going to be brilliant, and you're going to be God after I have found the cream. It means you got to be able to think. So much so when it gets to a point where you're creating, and you get to a point where you're unable to solve it, then you acknowledge there is one that must know how to do it because he's been doing it longer than me. I was encouraged to do this by him. So let me call on him. Oh Allah, I'm at a mental impasse here. What must I do? And the solution comes to you in your thought. And you say thank you and keep on moving and never break your stride. You don't have to go to the library like you do today. You don't have to call somebody on the phone and try to find out. You don't have to go to the internet and let everybody know what you're doing. If you're genuine in what you're thinking, and it's for life, all you got to do is think it. And I can help you. Isn't that wonderful? I do it every day. A lot of times I catch myself doing it. I wonder what I'm going to do now. I should do so. I got so many things to do. Let me prioritize it. Now let me think what is the best. And the answer pops up. Bam. I got it. That keeps me free. That keeps me from walking around trying to remember everything at the same time. So when I walk around, it's like I don't know nothing. Until I come up on a situation where I have to know something. And I call it, there it is. I didn't ask nobody. I'm to make you just like that. Like the message says, it's coming a time when nobody talks about God. Because you be God. It's unnecessary to talk about it. Think about it again. How can it be Elijah? Outside of myself, you can't touch neither one of the ones I named. And if the love for you is so great and tremendous in the way that you think it is, how come you're still a slave?
They got all this power. They got it. We can look in the heavens and know it was constructed by a power. Why is that power constructed in such a way that it will free you when you wake up in the morning? You're free. It hasn't happened. Why? T.D. Jakes can call thousands of women to the Georgia Dome. They fill it up. I was there in Georgia while he was standing on his meeting. Checked into a hotel, which we had a time getting in. If it wasn't me being me, we'd have never got in. And every time we went someplace, the elevator was filled up with the black sisters. And we always walked down civilized. And they always asked us, you going to the meeting? Or you all coming from a wedding? No. You going to the meeting? No. Well, we're having a wonderful time. Well, continue having one. With all of that. And for an emotional preacher, he had the right ones in the stadium. After it's all said and done, you still end up with a mystery. It's a mystery. You can apply the logic in your thinking. However, you cannot apply it in life. Because the man that is sustaining your life don't go by that. I don't care how much you say Jesus did this for you and Jesus did that. If he didn't change your thinking, he didn't do nothing. Now, if Jesus is the man, how come he ain't took care of white folks? We know. You don't have to agree that he's bad. He himself agrees to it. And he has produced nothing but hell. The black man didn't do it. We ain't caused no wars globally. We ain't did nothing to this man. But if he really loved you, why hasn't he removed him? And any God that's with him or before him or that's now other than me, why hasn't he removed him? You know why? Because it was not their duty. God said, I will do it. Not I send my son. I will come. Not that I send my messenger. In the last day, I will come. It's happening. And if I'm going to save you, I can't just say I love you, go home, life is going to be better. As long as you have to work for the system, life is not going to be better. You can be mesmerized to make you think it's better, but it's not. You think it's better, but it's not. If you're really going to be free, there has to be God himself has to set up a system for you where you don't have to answer to this world. Where all of the things that you by nature need has to be provided. Food, clothing, shelter, and a purpose for life. You got to have that. Food, clothing, shelter, and a purpose for life. Not angry with life. When those are set up, then you can say, God is here. Because now I have a choice. If I want to go stay in my hotel, I can go do it. If I want to go stay in the enemy's hotel, I can go do that. However, as it stands today, every time you go someplace, you got to stay in the devil's hotel. Every time you go to the store to buy food, you got to go to his store. If you go to a restaurant that you consider to be class, you got to go to his. You don't have a choice. Well, I'm bringing about a choice. I want it to be when you stop on the highway coming to heaven or leaving heaven, going back to your abode outside of heaven. that you always stop in your place if you want to. I hope you understand what I'm saying. And this black man cream can easily be done. If you stand up as the queen, your black woman will support you. If we know where heaven is, and the messenger told it where it's going to be, in the center of North America. Kansas City is the center. If you look in all the signs about Kansas, you'll see that's the place. The place. But you have to make it heaven. Kansas City's been there ever since the planet has been, so to say. But it ain't been heaven. So the caliber of thought that's being developed there is what makes it heaven. And the people have to be in accord with the caliber of thought to make sure that they multiply it. So you're making heaven. So on the way to heaven, all major routes, we as the people, black people, should have our own way stations, our own oasis. Not lords. It don't have to be lords because we're not doing it to please the public. The public already got it. Every 25 or 30 miles, they got if you're traveling on the road, they got a rest area. And in between there, they got I don't know how many gas stations and hotels and restaurants. But none for you. And the only reason why they allow you to do it or use it is because you got their face on the exchange that you're giving them. White folks' face on the money. Or you put their card that represents them. I'll charge this. Go there and don't have neither one. Don't have no money, don't have no card, and see what happens. You better call somebody you know and they recognize. However, if you had your own place, and you come up and say, look, I'm short. I don't have enough money to make it so and so and so, or I need so and so to make it. And we ask you, well, why did you leave home knowing that you couldn't make it? I left home, I did make provisions, so and so and so, and so and so happened. Okay, well, go ahead. Because really you're getting from yourself. Do you follow? On every major highway that's leading to Kansas. You remember the Wizard of Oz? It was in Kansas. Not Missouri. Kansas City, Kansas. And it used to be a song like, I'm going to Kansas City. Got some crazy little women there. And I'm going to get me one. Why Kansas? Why not New York? Got plenty of women out there. I mean, just loaded with black people. Go to Harlem, got so many women. Whew. I mean, Women'sville. Why Kansas? Out in the desert almost, in the sticks, boonies. I've had people tell me on the road, say, where you going? I said, well, I'm going to Kansas. Kansas? What's out there? Nothing there but wheat, corn. Yep, I like wheat. You see? So while you're going on the way, every time you stop in your place. What's wrong with that? And when you get there, then you come into a whole metropolis of activity that's yours. Yours. And it's produced from temples like this. You send in your charity. And this is where it's going. It's not going in my pocket. I think ever since you all saw me, this is a suit that you see me in ever since I've been coming. Is that right? Not that this is the only one I have. But I like it. I got about 2 or 3 other ones. If you all seen the car that I come out here with, you say, Father, don't you have something better than that? Did we get you a new car? Yes. But I have to fight my wife to get it. Otherwise, I don't, that don't move me. It does show you respect for me. But things don't move me. How you think excites me. Because I know that I know. I didn't make this trip in vain. Hope you listen. I don't care how much you tell me you love the messenger and you were waiting for the messenger and no snag or two can be God. That don't bother me at all. Matter of fact, it's kind of comical. because it was written in the Bible and other literature. He looked as though he was slain from the earth, but he was the only one that went up to the Lord. Everybody else had fear. Went to the Lord, took the book, then opened it up, started opening it up, breaking the seals. So I'm glad I look like this. It makes me not a liar. I do hope you understand, because this requires thought, not feelings. If you just rely on your feelings and what this world has taught you, you've already lost. Because this is a world that has already shown and proven that it has nothing to do with the Supreme Being. It may deal with some of the laws of the Supreme Being because it has to. And then they distort that. They use math and make it anti-math. And the head man is called Antichrist. So black man, I came after you. I kept my promise. Black man. Not the black male. I don't want nothing to do with you. Let the cream deal with you. Since I came after the cream will deal with the milk. He will deal with the black male. Hope you listen. The original man, the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream. That's what came for. Right? And the rest of my people that lose their life for the lack of knowledge after I come to give it to you. You rejected it. You thought that I was a liar like you. Now it got to the point where you found out I wasn't and I'm not lying. And it's got to the point now where it's almost literally impossible for you even to touch the hem of my garment. So now you catch your own self biting your fingers in intense grief. It's written, so it's going to happen. I hope you listen. What I'm speaking to you is real. This must be done. Everything that I'm getting set up as heaven, this is just a replica of it. This isn't the real thing. The whole earth belongs to us, not just one little city. I'm developing that just to show you how it can be done. And show the enemy how he should have done it. But since he is the enemy, he's comfortable in doing it the way he does. However, what will be shown to him by him doing it the way he's doing it, that's why he had to come to an end. If he was doing it the way that he sees us do it, then we couldn't find an end. You can't find the end of truth because it is. You can't find the end of is. You can't find the end. Well, I'm going to open up the floor for questions. I want you all to know we got the bus, the third bus. There's many things that we are purchasing. We got 2 townhomes that we have to gut out and everything. Well, matter of fact, we started doing that in Baltimore. That houses quite a few people. It was just given to us. We got a big apartment complex that they almost gave it to us for the price that we're paying for it in Wichita, Kansas. And there's so many other things that's being offered. There's quite a bit of land that's being offered to us in the South. These things are coming just as it is written, with great substance. However, who of you is willing to go to work on it? Who's with me? I'm beginning to acquire more things for you than I have people to accept. I have airplane pilots that want to come with me now. Their parents are already with me. They're thinking about coming. That means we have to get a plane. Then this way, we don't have to go cross country with the bus. We just go to the airport with the bus. You all don't think this way. When I say you all, the black man don't think this way. If he did, he would already be doing this. He would be embracing me tremendously, with overwhelming odds. You all keep thinking, well, the things that I have, or we have, not I, that we have, is mine. And we're making money with it. We're not making money. We don't price our things to make money. For the express purpose, for those that are working in it, so they don't see money still as being the main object. You understand what's being said? Everything that we get is a classroom. It's for you to go and learn how to think. So if you break something while you're doing it, it's yours. I mean, you may have someone that's responsible for its existence. They may get on you, but it's still yours. You go to the white man and break it, you may get fired. You might have to pay for it. If we have our banking system set up, and the tellers in there make a mistake with the money, and it's overdraft, or the money don't add up right, and we know they didn't take it because they are with us, they can't replace it because they don't have no money to replace it. So you're free of that burden. We chalk it up. This is an expensive lesson. Well, you do that with white folks. You're fired and may still have to pay it back. You see? So having your own, there's nothing wrong with that. Everything is right about that. And by doing so, our children that's growing up will see us as being real people, real. They won't see us as being their parents, but see the real man as being Caucasian, the man that has everything in motion. Everybody will start to respect us, especially, are you listening? Especially if when we are successful here in North America. Everybody around the world, even the Caucasians that's here, will have to say, those people are really with God. Because we got this thing so sewed up. Only God could do this. I got to respect it. And everybody else around the world will be doing the same thing. They have to respect you. Because you will have earned it. You will have done something that they could not, nor was able to do. Make this man bear witness. I hope you listen. If you don't think, you're not able to be with me. The only way that I can develop you is that you are willing to think accurately. The messenger taught submission is the key. And that's absolutely true. If you're going to be taught, there's no man that can be taught if he don't submit. No man. Today, I have my wife over in Phoenix, Arizona. I was there and I decided to come speak with you since I was so close. However, they're there learning from a man that's called Master. All of the natural ways to heal you. And the sister, the wife that is actually learning this, most of you all know her, Secretary Dana. However, when she was presented to me, she was presented by the scientists under the name Dr. Peach. And when white folks call today at the home looking for her, or even me, there is Miss Peach there or Mr. Peach. They call me Mr. Peach. So I have those that are with me that is by nature learning the mastery of perfect health, so that we could turn this thing around. About every one of you all are sick from the crowns of your head to the soles of your feet. We're turning that around. And we're not doing it by the conventional means the way Satan has it, or the devil. We're doing it the way that your body is set the way I have in motion, period, for it to be done. And while it's being done, the person that's being healed or brought back into its natural harmony will be learning how to do it. So as we are doing it, they're learning, because it's very simple. It's so simple, you have to be taught it. But it's so simple, while it's being done, you won't forget it. So you never have to go back to us, or you never have to go to the doctor. You got it. That's what's in store for you right as I'm speaking. So you see, it's not just buildings and buses and hotels and filling stations that I'm doing for our well-being. Everything must be done right. Right. So if you're going to be with me, I'm going to remove all excuse that you have why you can't think. My back hurts. I can't really concentrate. I got a pain in my stomach. I pray to God I got to remove this. I got this ingrowing toenail. I can't think straight. It's killing me. I don't know how. I don't have no insurance. My heart is messing up. Your mind is always caught up on how to chase negative and catch it. And you be running wide open and you never catch it. And while you're running after negative, you're passing positive. Study pass, zoom, 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 and you fall. You didn't catch negative and you missed the positive. Then when you look up, you're in the casket. And the ones that was helping you chase negative, seeing the results of it by looking at you in the casket. And when Elijah people come along, you all should have ate that bean soup. You know, got off in that hall. They looking all good. Well, how old are you? Well, I'm 75, 80 years old. What? Yeah, maybe I should have ate the bean soup. That's just with Elijah. So now I got in motion to heal you for real. And while you're being healed here. Some of you I just healed from my own power. But you don't know how it's done. So you're subject to get sick again. However, if I heal you and you see how it's being done, sickness is gone forever. It reads in the Bible that when I took you out, everything was healthy. Everything. Even the animals that took out with you, or you brought it with you, even they were healthy. Nobody was sick. Nothing was sick. There was no disease associated with the Supreme Being. You see? So I'm putting things in motion that I know work because I put it in motion from the beginning. It's tried and tested. No, it will work. And there's nothing new on the planet in the way of illness or negative that the planet itself hasn't provided a cure for. Hope you listen. I know one thing. If it were me hearing this, I most certainly would accept. How do I know? Because I heard Elijah. And when I found out from the person that brought the book that they knew 5 or 6 years prior to them bringing the book and telling me, I wanted to literally jump on them and start to whipping on them. You knew this all along and you never said nothing. I had teeth then. I was gritting them. I mean, for real. I was angry. I was upset. You tell me where you're going to go someplace else and hear this. And this isn't the eighth of it. This is really nothing. This is the entree. This is the invitation. This is not the real. This is calling you to it. Elijah was raised up to tell you who you are. I'm here to make you who you are if you want me to. We have quite a few things going. And if you notice, we're constantly moving people out of California. All of you that are really with me before it goes under, you'll be gone. Those that are not, we won't even hear you cry. Won't be no need. Can't come back and help you, so why hear it? You know, my wife was spanking my daughter, and she started crying, "Ah, mommy, ah, mommy, ah, mommy." Then when it was all over with and everything, my wife came in the room. I said, you know, that's not a good thing to hear, since I ain't the one spanking her. I mean, I ain't gonna understand she's getting a spanking. I would want you to make sure you correct it. However, hearing it isn't pleasant. You get the idea? So all of the people that's in hell crying, I don't hear you. I have no will to hear you, because I'm not going to change it. So why would I hear this and then have that imposed upon me to do something about it? Oh no. I'd be standing right beside you. You'd be hollering and busting windows out. I don't hear you. It's written. At the last minute, you came knocking on the door. Bam, 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 bam. Let me in, let me in. I know you're not. You can't get away from it. You cannot say, you cannot prove that I did not warn you before this is happening. You cannot justify your rebellion or your refusal to accept life. You can't justify it. However, I can justify cooking you. I can. For the mere fact of me telling you, this time it's going to be fire. Why fire? Because it brings everything back to its original nature or the essence of it. That's why fire. It hasn't got here yet. However, it's on the way. Now, if you can think, stay with me so you'll be cool. If you can't think and won't think, breathe as long as you can. And hope that you die before the fire arrives. Now, this don't mean that you die just before the fire comes in. No, sir. I got a zone set up. If the fire is to come within the next year or 2 years, I'm not going to let you die. Now, if it's 2 years before the fire actually arrives, you may die. If you're caught in that 2-year period, if I decide for it to be 2 years, I will make what is written in the Bible and other prophecies, that you will look for death and death to flee from you. You'll be so hungry you want to eat your own children. You still can't die. Starvation won't kill you. When day comes, you pray for night. When night comes, you pray for day. You beg for death. It won't come. Nobody talks to you like this because they don't know. They're trying to use brownie points for God to take them into heaven anyway. No, God don't do nothing like that. I don't operate that way. I do everything well in advance. Everything well in advance. So before the fire comes, there will be no excuse. I don't have to go back to do nothing. Because as I'm going, when you see me, I'm just solidifying what has already happened. I was born a child, like the scripture reads. A man child was born. Wonderful counselor, Prince of Peace. I was born that. So you already knew what to look for. So it preceded me, it was ahead of me. Then when I actually come along, I make real what you already knew. So when you see me, it's over with. Am I making sense? I most certainly hope so. This is serious. This is serious. Well, I won't get into any more without opening up the floor. Who has questions for me? Nobody? Good. Oh, yeah. I won't be long. Keep you all out. You all got to go to work tomorrow? See, that makes me work even harder. I want to get to the point saying, you all got to go to work. You say, no, sir, Father. Well, what you going to do? I'm going to my duty. Okay. I'm on mine too. Those of you that, I don't know if this is the first time you've seen me or you heard of me or the visitors that's here, if you have questions of the Supreme Being, you may ask it. I'm not going to chop your head off. I'm not going to jump on you. I'm just going to answer your question. And if you're disrespectful, I might touch you up a little bit, but I'm not going to hurt you. Got to let you know that I am still God. You know, there's a way to do everything. Even if you want to cuss me out, if you know how to do it, I mean, I'll take it. I'll say, boy, that was smooth. But you just outright crazy. Do you get the message? All right, well, we have the mic there. You want to just take the mic and hand it to her, if you will? The sister wanted, you have a question? Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm gonna start taking the questions now. You want to unfold that? Just take the cord off it, and then everybody can keep their seat. What I really want you to understand, especially those of you all that are still with the temple, you're diligent, you come out to all the meetings, even if you don't come to all the meetings. You get the tapes, you send your charities in, because that is a physical form of power that's still received as power today. So when we go to actually purchase a home, we pay for it. We get the deed and we put you in it. The only thing we pay for then is the utilities that we use in the home. And we got the scientists now working there, and they have already, I'm talking about some little scientists that's out of Atlanta, Georgia. They've been come up with a new energy or a new way for us to produce energy. Now, it's not that white folks don't know it. However, the way that they're doing it, white folks can't use it, because if they do, they don't have nothing to do. However, since we are a nation, they're not going to stop us if we just keep it right with us. And I ain't worried about putting it with them. I want it with us. you see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So this is what is taking place. Until we actually get the things, you know, we're taking step by step to independence. And in the course of us taking them steps, by the time we reach it, we can hold it. Because you'll be thinking, like, nobody can come and take it from you. If I just did it myself, just me, then I couldn't place nobody in a position of authority, because you would not know how to hold it. And you want evidence of that? Jesus was raised up. And what he taught, look what happened. Somebody took it from the people. Elijah was raised up. You see what happened? Had a whole nation started. It was taken. And the members thereof taken back into darkness. You see? However, if you were the light, or you're duly proportioned of the light, nothing can be taken from you. It could not, you could not lose it. And that's why it's written that the nation was brought up and it fell. And then it was brought up again, never to fall. Why? Because when it was brought up this time, each man was God. You see?
Yes, sir.
So that's what's happening. So we are taking step by step to our independence, and nobody can stop this because they don't have the power over nature. They don't have the power. They don't like it, but like is a form of pleasure. You know, this isn't done to please nobody. If you are pleased, you're in harmony. If you're not pleased, it's going to happen anyhow. So pleasure isn't the base of it. You got that?
Yes, sir, Father.
It is a need that's at the base of it. The black man, you are powerful, man. You're a powerful man. It's almost a sin for me to know you the way I do, and you don't show it. I know what I'm looking at. I know who you are. I know. But it don't do me no good to know. You got to know. Then when you know, it corresponds with me, and it makes me to give you whatever I have. Give it to you. Because I know you're going to use it in its proper form. And this way, I, by being the first, is magnified. For sure, Allah, thou art praised and magnified in thy midst. In thy midst, I'm in your midst. So if you're thinking right, doing right, I'm working with you. What you're doing is magnifying the idea. Not me personally, but however the idea is being magnified. So if I'm in West Gibraltar someplace, nobody, just because I'm physically absent from where you are, nobody can come and take nothing from you. They can't do it because they can't outthink you. Do you understand what's being said? All right. If that's understood, I'll take the question. You ready?
I know Christ is over 200 years ago. So now, how many years are you than Christ?
How many years am I than Christ, after Christ or then Christ? Well, let me say it this way. I didn't fully hear what you said. However, I'll answer this way. What you're looking at as far as the flesh, this is something that is reproduced all the time. We set up a system and a formula to make sure that is always perpetual. Whether you're righteous or unrighteous, that system is in place. Now, the main thing about that is, what is it that will occupy this speck of dust? That has always been, as long as there has been intelligent energy. This flesh hasn't always been. This is why the God said he created himself. So there had to be a beginning of even him. After he created himself, he could never destroy himself. However, he could always come and go. Come and go because he did it first. Meaning that he used this speck of dust. When it served his purpose, he laid it down. When it got time for him to renew the speck of dust or the physical, he went and formed another one for himself. So when you ask, what is the age of you, Father? Then I have to say, I'm the Alpha and Omega. I'm the beginning and the end, if there shall be an end. There is no such thing as age. Is. You cannot apply time to that. It just is. If you say, well, how long is it? If somebody can tell you how it is, well, then it isn't is. It may be close to it. Truth is truth always. Not for a period of time. Now, if you're asking, what is the age of this particular body that you see? I'm 59, almost 60. That's how old this body is. However, the body was prepared especially and purposely to be able to respond to the is that's in it. This is so correct in its own creation that there should be nothing that is his personally that will show any rebellion to it. If it did, this means the ears would have to destroy his own vessel. Hope you listen, hope you listen. This is why it's written about in the scripture. This God that's showing up today, he's a new God. In him there is no fault. It don't mean his entity. It means everything about him. His flesh, his hair, his fur, even the absence of the teeth. It's not wrong. Not for the time. Everything is right and exact. If it wasn't, the power that this vessel holds would destroy the vessel. Much like the black man is today. He got all this power, but he's using it against his own self. Therefore, he's killed himself and let his woman go astray. Now he's wondering why things happen to him personally. Why did my mother kick me out of the house? He ain't worked, 22 years old. He wondered why his mother put him out. His mother put him out. Where's his dad? You see? His mother's catching all kind of headaches because of him. She's having heart attacks, nervous breakdowns. But why did mommy put me out? Black man has just lost his mind. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, that answered my question. And
Hold the mic up.
yes, that answered my question. But one more thing I would like to ask you, as my son always tells me, why is it that you all are not going to die and we supposed to die?
Well, if you're not with me, there's no reason for you to live. Because all life, listen carefully, if you're not with me or if you're not in the rhythm of life, and remember what the book reads, remember what the Lord said. I'm the God of life, not death. In Revelation 21, he asked the question, I think it's Revelation 19, right? It's in Revelation. He asked the question, "Oh grave, where's your victory? Oh death, where's your sting?" Because it don't exist anymore. And the only way that death will visit you is that you reject life. And what is life? It's not cornbread, bacon and eggs. That's not life. It don't sustain life. What is life? It is your pure thoughts and the power to implement it. That's life. So if you're in the rhythm of that, then I am to change the physical. Because it don't have to go no place. It don't have to die. The only reason why it dies is because you have sinned. And the wages of sin is death. So if you're not sinning, why die? If you're not going to sin and die anyhow, why put it in the wages of sin? Why don't you just say after a certain period of time, well, I don't care what you're doing, you're going to die. You got to think, you got to think. So that's why, if you're with me and doing what you know is right, at least as much as you know of it, then I will share with you the part that you don't know. And it will always seem to be to you as something new. And when there's something new, it automatically sparks a germ of life into you. It makes you anticipate. It brings about anxiousness. It makes life come alive in you. You know, if it's great enough, you can't sleep. You can't wait till night vanishes so day comes in, so the time has gotten closer to what you're looking for. You know, like when you was a little child, baptized in sin, looking for Santa Claus? Can't sleep at night. That's an example showing you what life does. You can have a headache, sitting at home, and it's dreary and raining and whatnot, and it's just bad. Your head just throbbing. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. God, this headache is killing me. And somebody call you up, "Oh, how you doing, baby?" And their voice is so energized and so much like you say, you start to say, "I got a headache." You say, I think I'm all right. Because of what you heard has so much life in it, you did not defile or add any negative to what came through you. And they keep talking to you. And after a while, when you hang up, the man, the headache's gone. So I'm glad they called. You see, because it sparked life. You see, and life has a vibration to it that puts away all negative. If you don't have no negative, you can't die.
Okay, one more question. That's it. Okay, I want to know, do you all sin?
See? Oh, sin? Yes, ma'am. And let me explain this. So since this is the beginning of life forever, this is what justifies the statement, when you come, after I come to bring you out, when you come, you must come. I don't care how old you are. You got to come as a baby. Meaning that allow the beneficent I'm going to give you, share with you, guide you into all right, all truth, guiding you. In your being guided, you're going to soil yourself. So now I got to apply mercy until you graduate or grow where you can stand on your own 2 feet. Mercy is no longer needed. You don't soil yourself anymore, so you're no longer sinning. So that's the duty of me as father, to make sure I bring you up out of a situation where you sin. So yes, at this particular time, everyone that comes with me for the first period of, say, a few years may sin. Because especially if you're not right in heaven and not right with me. Because sin still exists and the person or the power that generates sin is still here. So you're bound to stump your toe occasionally. However, since the circumstance caused it, I got to express mercy. However, since I'm doing what I should be doing, laying a base and a platform for that not to take place anymore, and I'm doing it at the rate that I will complete it before you pass, then you will come into a system where sinning for you will be no more. You won't be able to do it. If that answers your question. Yes, ma'am. You may sit if you like. Just speak into the mic.
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
I want to know if the 144,000 that spoke of to be exact, are they to be exactly like Allah? Or
No, ma'am. The 144,000 are those that I have given to the messenger, really the king, or say Elijah. I want you to listen. You need to listen. You need to listen. There is no person, and I hope you listen. There is no person that stood up to give the message to the black man this day in time in history, according to prophecy, other than Elijah. So he has to be the one that is described in prophecy as being the woman standing on the moon, clothed in the sun. So he's the mother of the ones that is styled as the 144,000. So if I'm going to be a just God, he's not to be with me because he's a man. He's styled as a woman, but he's a man. So he's not to be right with me. So I have to give him dominion. Make him the king of this planet, not the president of a geographical part of the planet, but the king of the planet. So I have to give him the ones that accepted him wholeheartedly. And it numbers 144,000. I am to prepare them Allow them to go and be with him. He is their Lord, not me. I'm not a Lord. Lord is a person that has power over, his power is limited. It's like your land lord. If you say the Lord of this planet, it's telling you planet. You can't have a Lord of the universe. He has to be God of the universe. He can't be a Lord. So the king in Scripture is styled as the Lord. So we've seen 144,000 going to heaven with the Lord. So as to be taught how to be in harmony with him in his thinking for the express purpose of running this planet.
Yes, sir, but I'm kind of puzzled too about the statement. The statement in the Bible that says, "Let us make men in God's image."
In our image?
In our image.
Yes, ma'am. What's puzzling you about that?
Because I was really thinking that was the 144,000.
Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. Absolutely not. The man that we made in our image, the man that we made in our image, is the same man that asked Jesus, "What must I do to be born again?" Or "What must I do to be saved?" And Jesus replied to him, "For you got to be born again." He wants to say, "How so? I can't go back up in my mother's womb." This is the man that was made in our image, the man that asked that question. And the man that asked the question, he was made a perpetual sinner. If he wasn't a perpetual sinner, the statement from Jesus would not have been, "You have to be born again." It would be to same answer what it was to us. For us to be saved, we got to change our thinking. We would have to turn ourselves to God. But he didn't tell this man to turn himself. He said, "You got to be born again." And the man that he was speaking of and to was the Caucasian. So that's the one. The 144,000 are the ones that have the same principles as I'm speaking of now. They showed a natural nature interest in just the message of right. So since they did that, they're not necessarily anxious to be with the Supreme Being. They still have the love for their mother. So we will use that love for them to rule the planet with the mother. So we will let them go with him for at least 20 years and be taught how to rule the planet. But they have, the 144,000 has got to come under the teachings of the messenger, and they must be there before he passed in 1975. If they can't, anybody that accepted Islam after 1975 cannot be a part of the 144,000. Literally impossible. But don't be upset, because you can be with me.
Yes, sir. My last question is, the women that were under the Honorable Elijah Muhammad for a lengthy time, are they also classed in the 144,000?
Oh, yes, ma'am. We made male and female. You know, when we're speaking about authority, we never speak about the female. That's a given. If it wasn't a given, we would not have made woman for man. So we don't have to talk about that. If I say, "Well, look, you all get married and have a family. Every time I see you, I'm talking to you. If you're talking right, I don't even have to ask about the children. I know they're doing right because you're doing right." I say, "How the children doing?" Well, I couldn't say, "I know your children are doing fine because you're all looking good." You understand what's being said? So that's what happened. Yes, ma'am. The female most certainly will be made whole again. Her beauty is to be brought back again, just to show my power. I love beauty. Matter of fact, I created it. Yes, because I love it. And the book reads, after he did, he looked at it and was pleased with his handiwork. Pleased. If I wasn't pleased, I'd change it until I was pleased. So most certainly, you all are very, very, very important in the scheme of life. If not, we would get rid of you. But we haven't found no reason to do that just yet. That's it. Anybody? Oh, yes, ma'am. Is it going to reach?
Was the eighth day creation the Caucasian? The
Eighth?
sixth day was male and female, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And was the eighth day the Caucasian?
No, ma'am. It was the sixth day.
Oh. Well, what was the eighth day? There was on the, it's still in Genesis.
That's what white folks put there.
Oh,
We don't have but 7.
okay. But you know what I mean?
Yes,
There
ma'am.
was an eighth day. So they said.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
In a sense, that's the day talking about me. However, that don't exist. There is only 7 days, period. When you start back over with 1 again.
Right.
That's why it says, in 6 days, you shall do your work. On the 7th day, you shall rest. I will come and put you to rest. So that's the end of the man we made. And the beginning of us being God again on the 7th day. Now, if you want to style the 8th day as to what it is, it means here's an activity that's taking place that no man knows the composition of. They just know it is right. 8 is a number that stands for unknown. That's why it's made of 2 zeros.
Thank you.
This is good even at this level, isn't it?
Oh, so the made plane flies at the speed of thought?
The made plane?
The made one.
Yes, sir.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yes, sir.
So does the made plane have a limitation that the created plane doesn't have?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. They have quite a few limitations. They can travel at the speed of thought, but there's certain places they cannot go because of its inability to change its form.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. Okay. The next question is, would you share knowledge on a God style of Amen and why we still say Amen or Amen at the end of our prayers today?
Well, that only really means is. I think Pharaoh used to say, so be it written, so be it. That's like saying amen or amen. It means like period. Nothing else comes before, nothing else. After that, don't come with nothing else, because that's it.
Yes, sir.
You know, if you're going to say amen and then go to something else, it wasn't amen. That's all it means.
Yes, sir. Thank you. All right. And
Now, if you want to science up on it, it's almost like saying Allah the man. So that's the all in all. You know, you can't go no further.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yes, sir. What is the difference between the word wicked and evil?
Evil is something that's in general. Wicked, somebody has to do it. It's like we. You know, even if it's one person that is wicked, it's him with the formula of evil. So really, you got 2 things there. You got him and the evil. And he's doing it. So this is the one that's doing evil, so we call him wicked.
I'm still a bit unclear, Father.
It's like the light.
Yes, sir.
Still in the room. But it is not its source. The light is not its own source. It's the bulb. So evil, you can't put no person to it. It's just an existence. It's intangible. wicked, a person has to be put to it.
Yes,
You
sir.
see?
Yes, sir.
Some evil is just evil. A dog can be evil, but he can't be wicked.
Oh, I
See, in order for wicked to express itself, it's got to have some form to do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm saying, well, the dog can't be wicked. This is true because dogs, they don't have no thinking ability to do that. They can be evil, mean,
Yes, sir.
but wicked, they have to be capable of plotting war on you.
Yes, sir.
They got to plot things to do things to you that's wrong. Not to kill you so they can do, like the rattlesnake. If he could, he likes to creep up on you and bite you and then sit back and watch you suffer and go through it. He gets his jolly by doing that. That's wicked.
Yes, sir.
You see? Like the white man stopped you because you ran through the light. He stopped you and come up to the car. You ran through the light. Or license and registration. You said, officer, I'm in a terrible hurry. My wife just cut her wrist. She's almost bled to death. We called. I got to get her to the hospital. He had like you didn't say nothing. License and registration. You give it to him, he go back and sit in the cruiser for half hour.
Yes, sir.
That's wicked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Father.
Did you see?
Yes, sir,
That's
Father.
wicked.
Yes, sir.
When you go to the hospital, and hospital means a pitiful house.
Yes, sir.
Hospital. A pitiful house. That's a whole system of evil.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? In other words, it's something that everybody can use to go by that wants to be wicked.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, my last question is there a difference between the word anyone and anybody? Anyone and anybody.
Well, yes, sir, if you want to science up on it. One is independent. So if you're saying anyone, really what you're saying is someone that is actually has power to do what's expected to be done. If you ask for anybody, you subject to anything. Because, now you done taken out the definite. If you're going to be specific about the use of those two terms. We always go by the suggested meaning of things. And it gets you in so much trouble.
Yes, sir.
If you have to go to court, then they get technical on you. But at the time, it was general. Everybody was speaking suggestively. When you go to court, now the lawyer is speaking for you. Now he's being so technical. Tie you up. That's what happens.
Yes, sir. Thank
Got
you.
it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Walaikum salam. And let me ask you this. These answers, does it sound natural? Or do they sound generic? Made up? Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. You mentioned that when you visited Minister Lewis, he had a turtle in a tank.
Yes, sir.
And you shared with him that he needs to release that turtle and set him free. Would you elaborate more on that principle that you were sharing with him at that time?
Yes, sir. This is, I think, back in 1979 or the latter part of 78. I forgot exactly when it was. And it wasn't his house. He was at another brother's house teaching. And the brother had a turtle in a fish tank. And the turtle was constantly trying to get out, but he couldn't climb over the glass. The turtle is an animal that represents the black man in his originality. This is why the movement of the turtle is so slow. And he carries his own armor with him to protect himself. He represents us as original people. we were free. The turtle still remembers that. So when you tie him up like that, you're like torturing him, and you don't know how to speak his language, so you can hear him telling you he's miserable. So since I know it, I come into the place where he is, I suggest, since they don't know I'm the supreme being, so I suggest to them, would you tell the brother that owns this turtle, let him go? I didn't expect the brother to do it. I expected to get a question back to me, why? Like you asked, but it never came. Yes, sir. So, however, that's why. The turtle was left in its form so as to let us know how comfortable we were when we were ourselves. It's much like contractors go and they start to build or excavate the land for building. A lot of times you'll see one mound left up. They plowed and dug out all around it and left that there. They left it there to show them the height of the original form of the land before they got started. You see, so they will know exactly what they did, how much they went down, up, or whatever they done. They left that there until they just about completed before they removed it. That's the same thing with us as we allowed the turtle to the wise man to be a form of letting us know how we moved. We were so sure we wasn't in a hurry because we wasn't on time, on a time basis like this man in 6 days. So everything's in a hurry, and he got us doing the same thing, and we rushing to death. Back then, when we done something, it is. So why hurry? You didn't have no heart trouble because you wasn't racing. You took your time. So we left the turtle as a sign as to how we enjoyed life. Took us a long time to die because according to the way we do things now, it took us a long time to do things. But in reality, it didn't. You know, we might say, well, we move fast. That's because everybody is doing it. But let's take the snail. The snail looking at the other snail. They ain't saying nothing about speed to each other. Because all of them is crawling at the same speed. So the same thing with us. When we were free of this thing before we said, let us make man, we moved at our own pace. And we had the shield and armor of truth. So whenever anything did come at us, it could never penetrate us. If you understand.
Yes, sir.
So that's why.
Yes, sir. Also, Father, it's very clear to me that God's ways is not of my ways, and his thinking is not of my thinking. And when events are shared, I have sometimes in my thinking how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and all of that, because I'm anxious.
Right.
You know, you shared with me in the first audience that I've ever had with you that I'm a very impatient brother, and I'm like a person who forgot he had ice cream. And it's been put up. You don't remember if it was put up or if you left it out and it melted away. However, when events have shared and they haven't taken place, I like to be able to mash someone who opposes the idea. And when I'm unable to do that in any area of this idea with a person that is against it, I get stuck, and I don't like to be stuck, Father. And would you share and clear up the air about some of the events that haven't happened yet, and also one of the events that was shared on tape that Clinton is the last president.
Right.
Will there be another president? Because we're pretty close. The devil's pretty close with trying to elect another one. What's the period to that?
Oh, yes, sir. They will elect another president, but however, he won't be able to do the duties of a president. If you notice now, the thing that runs this country is automobile and oil. This is inflaming the made man. Because here he is dealing with some Arabs that he can influence to lower the price so he can keep living the way he's been living. The Arabs are telling him, hell no, we ain't going under $20 a barrel. If you don't like that, we're not going to do it just to please you, America. So now the prices is going up almost $2 a gallon. The truckers on the road, they got more trucks now on the road than cars almost. Just hauling back and forth, just running back and forth. Now they go to the fill up, and they got 300-gallon tanks on it. They can't run but 800, 1,200 miles. And if they got to leave from here to go to the East Coast, you got 3,300 miles. So every time they fill up now, if they got $300, they got to pay almost $900 just to fill the tank up once. And they ain't made it to the destination. So now either they got to get some money from someplace, they got to, because the whole system is set up that you make the money. Now they can't pay the rent. They can't pay the truck note. They're big, pretty trucks too. Just the tractor alone sometimes it costs $150,000. Just the tractor. You ain't got no trailer. Now the insurance that you got to take out of $2-3 million a year insurance. You got the premium somewhere like $10,000 or $20,000 a year just to pay the insurance on it. You ain't went no place yet now. Now the maintenance on it to put the tires on it. You keep running back and forth here to the East Coast. You do that about 50 trips. You got to buy all new tires. There's 18 tires you got to buy. Each tire costs you $500 a tire or more. Now you got to pay road tax. Every state, you got to pay tax and run across that state with that truck. And you got to pay all that for fuel. And you're married and got 5 children. And your wife is saying, well, look, hey, and they're cutting off welfare.
Yes, sir.
You caught between a rock and a hard place. And this country has been made to think that the president can do everything.
Yes, sir.
Why ain't he doing it?
Yes, sir.
Well, hell, he's a white man like me. I'll go catch it. So some booger won't do it, we'll do it. Because he hasn't taught them about prophecy. He is making everybody to believe and think that they're living in a glorious time. There's plenty of money, no peace. Plenty work, no money. So everywhere you go, houses are going to build, and just like the book reads, the hammer is steady ringing. But there's not enough of nothing. There's no family. Louis coming out, 1 million family march. You got to pay all this money just to get there? So yes, they may vote one in. But are they going to allow him to be the president?
Oh, yes, sir.
The events that's taking place in history don't favor that.
Yes, sir.
And as far as any individual, that's including me and you and everyone else that has the truth, when you are confronted with outright rebellion against math,
Yes, sir.
and you know the person understands,
Yes, sir.
wipe your feet off, dust your hands off, do an about face, and book,
Yes, sir.
unless they're at your house.
Yes, sir.
Then you tell them to do about face, get to stepping.
Yes, sir.
Don't take that on.
Yes, sir.
And if they rebel against what you're telling them because you are unable to explain it adequately, then use them or utilize them as a teaching opportunity to yourself.
Yes, sir.
I should have said so and so and so, or go back over the conversation. See where you erred in permitting them or allowing them to come up with an argument.
Yes, sir.
That will make you sharper. Brother sharpens brother, whether he's with you or not.
Yes, sir.
You see, he could be your enemy, but he's going to sharpen you,
Yes.
especially if you are serious about being right.
Yes, sir.
So the next case that you run up on that's like that, you'll be so smooth with it, whether they accept it or not, they'll know. They will leave knowing that they're defeated.
Yes, sir.
They'll also leave knowing one day, if they live, they're going to meet what you talked about.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the way it goes.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody getting anything from this? I feel good because I see the light being magnified. Meaning that I see you all have been with me long enough. At least enough of you have been with me long enough. I know you're not going no place. If you don't go no place, you have got to start shining. Can't help it. It's like jumping in the water. If you're naked, if you ain't got a wetsuit on, you're going to get wet. Just can't help it. So same thing with this. If you are basking in the light with me, and you ain't left yet, one day you're going to bust the whole darkness out. Boom! So what happened to you? I'm just the light. You can't help it. So I'm happy about that because it's making me be able to go to the next step. You know, I can take my son with me. When I go someplace, they always, Dad, can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Then I have to consider, now where am I going? I'm going to have to move fast. I can't carry him. He's not going to keep up. So I make a promise. Not this time, son. However, Dad's going to keep it in mind and make sure that he do take you with him when the situation permits. Oh, Dad, I'm going to take you. Don't worry. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll see if your mother can take you someplace until I come back. Yay! You know, they'll be happy. However, when they get to a point, Dad, can I go with you? And I look at them, and I don't see no hesitation there. Come on, son. Because he ain't going to slow me up. I can go. Now, I'm not going just as me. I have me and me. You see? So now I'm going double. Me and my son. See? And I have Mr. Stroud. So this is how what I'm experiencing, not just feeling. I'm experiencing this, and I can see now that the first or second run on the ladder has been placed in a firm position. There is no weight that can come against it that will break it. So it allows me to go to the next. And each one gets better and better and better and better and perfect. You see? So that's where we're going. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. I wanted to know that when we go to sleep, does the entity travel to the sun as well as maybe to other stars? And yes, sir.
Well, sometimes, in other words, it has the ability, according to what the need of it is, to go different places in the heavens. Not in heaven, but in the heavens. You know the difference? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
My second question is, do you have another body prepared for Master Farad Muhammad, a new body?
Yes, sir.
Have we been in contact with that body yet?
Oh, yes, sir. Matter of fact, I put it away and preserved it till it gets time for him. Every once in a while, I go give him a spiritual tap on his shoulder. He get upset and everything, and get all mad and whatnot. But that don't mean nothing. You know, and his mother is white too. His father's also a black man. Yeah, I want to keep it in the family.
Yes, sir, Father. My last question is, sometimes we see on the movies about time travel. I wanted to know, is it possible to return back in time in your physical body?
No, sir. It's not necessary. We have a saying that's called official paper. That's all you need. Now, we do have certain parts of the earth, or in the earth, that does house certain things, physical things, that was constructed in the past by this Caucasian. Other things that we have that we constructed, you see it every day. So it looks as though it's a current thing, such as the turtle, because it's alive. However, it represents yesterday. So we never have to go back. Just look on your side. There it is.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all getting this? God don't go back. Anything important, he brings it right with it. He might look back, but he don't go back. So, looking back, what it says 20/20 hindsight, or however they say it, hindsight. So, I mean, he looked back, but he didn't go back. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father. I just want to say I love you.
Thank you. Yes, sir, you may. I'd like to say this. Those of you that are here and ones that hear the tape, hold on. Because you don't understand today. We were so thoughtful in creation. We always made it tomorrow. If you make it to tomorrow, that's a whole new era or time that's coming up for you to see. So don't go no place unless you have found something better than this. And if you do, I'm not a beggar, but I would actually beg this time for you to show me, because I want to participate in it. If you find something better than this, by all means, let me know. I'm like the original Allah. They searched for this mystery God for trillions of years. Because he want to know, well, if it is one, hey, maybe he and I can be together and we can even do more. But he could never find it. So he said, well, look, I'm wasting time. I'm going to stop looking. I'm going to just determine he don't exist. So I'm saying the same thing. If you know something that's better than this, that you don't need to hold on to this, let me know, because I really, really, really want to know. Because I know if you find something better than this, I am of a person or a being that will be in harmony with it. Because I want it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. In creation, we know that negative was here before Allah. Wanted to know when God made the first motion, and when Satan came into existence and brought motion back to zero, that intelligence that was Satan, was that here before Allah?
No, sir. A better way of saying it is this. A better way. Negative was not here before Allah because it couldn't prove itself. In other words, for it to justify itself to say it was here before Allah, it would have to have done something that shows it existed. It had no intelligence. So when Allah created himself and used the material, then this force that was in the material copied off of Allah, used the intelligence in the form of suggestions to Allah for Allah to bring his own self back to zero. It had no power. This is why I said when Allah asked the devil, why did you do this to my people? He said, I had no power over them. I just called and they answered. And it didn't mean that he was on a bullhorn and say, hey, you all come over here. No, it wasn't that way. He was Satan, meaning that he was inside of you with something to say. So he whispered to you. You don't have to go for that. That man think he's God. Forget him. God wouldn't look like that. He's crazy. And you say, yeah, that's right. I ain't coming out of here that foolishness no more. That's a bunch of foolishness. You had to say yes to stop yourself. He could not come and say, look, I'm not going to let you go to hear that no more. That's foolishness. The man can't be God and you're not going to go. He don't never do that because he don't have no power over you. He has to suggest it to you and you agree. So you give him the power. But he never had it. Never, never, never had it. So he can't say he existed before Allah. We say that he exists because of Allah. That's a better way of saying it. Although you may have quoted me before, this is better. Remember, we're going from infancy to adulthood to manhood to godhood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The second question is, when the woman was made, the entity that's in all of us, we know that when we die, if you're original, our entities go to the sun. However, when the black woman or black woman have to pass, by them being made, how is the entity, in other words?
Yes, sir. It still goes back to the sun also. They do have an entity. Their entity is always subject to the entity of the man. Their entity is never composed of such exactness and authority that they usurp the man. They are by nature submissive to power. And their man is the man of power. So they have to submit to the man even though they don't want to. So since your woman is not submitting to you, they still submit to the man of power, which is Caucasian. That's why you can't do them with your woman, because she's submitting to him, because he's showing the power. He's a man that is respected because he's the man that's got everything. You pay your light bills to him. You pay your heat bills to him. You pay your rent to him. I mean, everything goes to him. So she see him as the man of power. She see you as the male that's with her. You see? So, yes, sir. They do go back to the sun. But when they are dispatched from the sun, they're always dispatched in a way where they're complementary to the man, whether he's right or wrong. I mean, whether he's the right man or the wrong man, not as a man person. You see, now, with me being a man and my wife is with me, whether she's the entity for me or not, she can't get around me. I don't care what she comes up with. I don't care how many white folks she show me. They can't do it with me. She can't do it with me. So she automatically submits to this power. She can't help it.
Yes, sir.
So yes, sir. They'll go back to the sun in their proportion as to what they are. And they are not liking in anything in and of their self. It's not like, well, they have a partial entity. Their entity for what they are full. They have a full entity. However, it's an entity that is a submissive entity. Got it?
Yes, sir. Okay. So that part is created.
Yes, sir. That entity is created.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. However, the body that they are to express everything in is made.
Yes,
and
sir.
It's made so it is complementary to the man. The man can go into her in two places, in her head and in her womb. She can't go into the man.
Yes, sir.
You see?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
My last question, Father.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir.
I noticed that those of us in the family here at the United Nation of Islam, we've been picking up on each other's thoughts a lot, and it's more than usual. Is this the power? I remember you sharing on a tape that it's going to be a time where you all are going to arrive somewhere. We will already be there because we would know it without you having to share that with us.
Yes, sir.
Is it going to happen naturally that way? The more that we grow into this mathematical thinking and the way, while we're here with you.
Yes, sir. You always have to practice. And natural practice is natural.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing sudden or alarming about it. You know, it comes onto you in a way where you can accept it. It's never where it's a burden that you can't bear. So when it gets to a point where you are to hear me in your ear or in your thoughts, when I speak to you, There's a time between actually being able to do that and the beginning of it. So now it's to the time now where everybody's starting to do this. That's with me. And it's going to increase. It's going to increase until when I do speak to you, if I haven't taken you all out of California, and California get ready to go, and the rest of y'all here, you hear me say, look, hey, so-and-so get ready to go. If Satan can speak to you in your ear, why can't I?
Right.
You see? And when I speak to you, I can speak to you firmly, authoritatively. Satan never speaks authoritatively. He always speaks suggestively.
Yes, sir.
See? So you will know it's me, and you'll move, and you'll be safe.
Yes, sir.
However, it's a process that one grows into. That's why we'll grow into being God, not presto whammo, jump into it.
Yes, sir.
So that's what's happening.
Yes,
Because
sir.
once you God, that's it. You don't need me. You don't need me. However, you need me until you get to be God,
Yes, sir.
like a son needs his father. If the son is doing what he's supposed to do by the time he gets 21, he's not supposed to need his father. However, because his father was a real father to him, he will never leave him in his thoughts, in his deeds. He'll always praise his father and honor him. See? So that's what you all do to me. You'll say, well, praise Father. If it were not for Father, I couldn't do this. But that ain't going to stop you. It don't take you but a second to say that. And all the rest of the time, you working. You see? So that's one of the problems with the people today. They think I want to be God so y'all can worship me. That's foolish. All this time you worship me, you could be doing something else. And I was praying to you, so that took up, so. Oh, no, no, no. Throw the prayer rug away. Don't get on your knees. Go to work.
That's right.
And in your practice, in your work, I don't know if you love me or not.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir. I think you have a little sister behind you.
Welcome, Father.
Walaikum salam.
Father, I've been going with my dad for every week. I go with my dad, and I have to eat this meat, and if I don't eat it, he'll whip me. What should I do?
Well, it isn't one thing you can do at this time. You have to eat it.
Sir?
You have to eat it if your father's going to make you. If you get the whipping and don't have to eat it, maybe it's better to take the whipping. But if you're going to get the whipping and you still got to eat it, just eat it. And before you eat it, just say, well, I'm eating this in the name of Father because he told me. I'll take care of the rest.
Yes, sir.
All right? I could say this. Your mother, is the mother here? All right. This is what you explain to your daughter. I could say that I will remove her father. But that's her father. She still got some growing to do. If that's all he's making her do, that's not justified for me to remove him that way. When she gets old enough, and when she understands why he's got to go, he's gone. Until then, to take the suffering away from her in her mind, that she's doing something against what God has set up, then put God in the front of it. Father, I'm eating this in your name. Then it takes it off from her. I'll take care of it. All right? In this way, she hasn't disrespected her father, and I will not let the meat poison her. Right? Okay. All right?
Sir?
If you don't understand it, your mother will explain it to you.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
All right?
First of all, I'd like to welcome you and thank you and thank you for coming out.
Yes, sir.
And I have a few questions.
Well, let me say this. If there are anyone here that's a little hot and bothered or you heard enough, I will not be insulted if you excuse yourself. I haven't been here in some time, so they may keep me here for a little while. And I don't mind it because I like looking at them as much as they do me, I think. So I'm just letting you know, I'm not saying leave. I'm saying if you do, it won't be an insult to me. All right? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. I recall the first Independence Day we had, and we were all at the table together. And I noticed the pupil of your eyes was a grayish, milky white. And I do know that in the degrees of heat or fire, you have that highest degree of hotness, which is white hot. And I wanted to know, was there a significance in that I detected during that meeting at breakfast?
Well, yes, sir. You know, a person's eyes, if you know how to look at it, let you know what kind of power they have.
Yes, sir. Also, the other question is, I wanted you to go into why the dog lapped his water and why the horse sucked it, and do the entities from human beings practicing devilishment goes into these animals, such as the dog, horse,
No,
etc.
sir. No, sir.
Yes, sir.
The dog growled at Allah. In other words, he was rebellious. But that wasn't something that was unexpected because we made him for the made man. So he was just being himself. However, since we made him and the made man didn't make him, he's still supposed to honor his maker.
Yes,
So since he growled, we made him lap his water up.
yes, sir.
As opposed to, he used to suck it up like the horse did. So we took that from him. So the man that has any knowledge know why he does that. He is somewhat that's under punishment from God. So don't go and try to take it off him by making him your best friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That was definitely timely. Also, I would
Now let me say this, because there are some animals that we made explicitly or purposely to house guilty individuals that we're punishing. And the jackass is one.
Yes, sir.
However, it's not a horse. And we don't put, it's not a practice where we put entities in animals. We do some, but it has to be a special occasion. However, the jackass, that's all they are. They're entities of people in that particular kind of body.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what is it meant by an entity can escape out of a snake, however, it can't escape out the jackass?
Well,
so is the entity put in a snake?
No, sir. We don't put no entities in snakes. It may appear to be that way because of their wit. A snake is an animal, or a serpent we call him, because he got a lot of knowledge from us. At one time, he was our friend.
Yes, sir.
And during that time, he collected a lot of knowledge. And then he used it against us. And that's why we put him on his belly and made him crawl just for the survival of life and help to keep the planet balanced in the way it has this little life. But that is not an entity. It's just that he has the ability to think. That's why they say, be wise as a serpent. He's not an entity, but he can think. So we made him now put all his thinking towards getting his food.
Yes, sir. My last question is in reference to Lake Michigan. I never got that tape, and I've been hearing so many things in regards to that. I would like to know concerning that. Would that be the place where we would embody Satan and his angels there?
Yes, sir.
Would that take place after you return, or soon after we go to the temple or the seat of power?
Oh, no, sir. Before that takes place, I will have been to the seat of power and left it.
Yes, sir.
And then he's going to go there. You know, we're going into another direction, and he's going to be the cruel king of the north.
Yes, sir.
And when he has served his purpose and gathering all the slimy, slithering creatures
Yes, sir.
that stand on 2 feet, then I shall visit him.
All praises due to you, Father.
And then the holding pen, until we actually bring the fire, will be the lake, where he and his imps will not be able to escape until I bring the heat. Then I will take him out of the lake, put him in the heat.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's stop. Is that it? You have a question? No.
So, Assalamu alaikum, Father.
Walaikum salam.
So, first, we'd like to thank you for your honor and privilege to speak with you once more again. And I have 2 questions. My first question is in regards to essential oils. It was the ancient tradition that the Egyptians did, and the essence from the earth also, which is trees, flowers, etc. And the electrical frequency in the body, from my studies of it, is a lot more higher than any dried herbs or anything of that sort, because the oil goes straight to the blood cells and it begins penetrating through the blood cells. And I would like, if you may, to expound on your knowledge on essential oil.
Well, everything that we do, especially 50,000 years before the making of the devil, has been in a decline. Are you listening? Since we've been living in a decline, meaning the absence of knowledge, there are some things that we have found that takes the place of what we have not been doing. The body, in its original state, needs nothing. You don't need to put anything on it. If anything you do put on it would just be water, not even soap. However, since we are living the life of a beast, and most of our body functions are not balanced and it don't do what it's supposed to do, we have certain things to help it. You know, like you have a car and it's using a little oil, you go get some motor honey. You know, get some STP, pour in it, so to thicken it up and take the place of the wear of the engine. Same thing with the body. The wages of sin is death. However, while we're doing it now, we're in the transitional period coming from death back to life. So these agents that we get, these essential oils and whatnot, yes, it has the ability to carry certain things with the body. It has the ability to respond to it like silk does when it touches the body. It reminds every cell in the body of Allah, just reminds it of it. And it reads the mere remembrance of Allah is better than prayer. So if you got to be reminded something's wrong with you in the first place. What I'm saying is, if the body is the way it's supposed to be, you don't need silk. Because you don't have to be reminded of Allah, you're going to be Him. So while we are not being ourselves, we use things that will enhance ourselves to make it easier for us to be God, be God-like, or to feel like God. So the essential oils is one of them because of what they do. However, this was brought about during the decline. You see? You know, well, if you ask me, can it be used? Yes. You may use any material or thing that's going to help you be better in balancing yourself or feeling good about yourself as long as it's not damaging you. If you're taking one thing to make you feel good about one thing and it's causing a side effect that's making you feel bad about three other things, it's not wise to take it. But those oils and certain cloth that you wear on your body, if it's not going to bring no harm to you, by all means, use it until there's no more need for it. And if you stick with me, you most certainly is going to grow to a point where you don't need it. This way, you never have to carry anything with you. You know, when I got here today, I said, well, I'm not the best looking fellow on the planet. So what I'll do, I'll make sure I'll do what I normally do. Take a shave, shower and shave and everything. I reached into my overnight case. I didn't have my razor. I had the razor, but I didn't have I had the blades, but didn't have the razor. I said, man, what am I going to do? It's almost time for me to go. I don't have time to run down and get one. My wife thought she had one. She didn't have it. I said, oh, I got the blade. So I took the blade and just used the blade. Shaved myself with the blade without the razor. I used what I had for the time. After a while, I'm going to do like this. Hair never come back no more. So I won't be needing the razor. I won't have to carry it with me to forget it. You see? If you never need it, you don't have to worry about forgetting it because you didn't have to bring it. However, as long as there's a need for you to use something that's not you, then things ain't all right. I hope I made that clear.
Yes, sir. And my second question is in regards to water. As I once heard you share once, in regards to the power that's in water, that the devil doesn't know, but we can also use or have for energy or whatnot, independent, in other words, of this devil's electrical system, etc., just by the power within water. If you would elaborate on that, sir.
Well, yes, sir. Water is liquid energy. And it's abundant. And it's a substance you can't get rid of. I don't care how much you use it. You may use it, but you can't destroy it. You can't kill it. You can change the form of it, but it comes right back to what it was. So, just the fact knowing you can't get rid of it, it's got to contain a power that is perpetual. And if you don't have it, life can't exist. So, whatever is the stretch of the imagination that can fit with the idea, you can't hardly outthink the use of it. So it isn't something where I can explain, look, you can take water and do this and that captures what water is. Oh, no, sir. If it's an agent that you can't live without, then the power there has got to be tremendous. And you can't destroy it and can't kill it, so the power has got to be tremendous. So the wise man would think, well, look, since I can't capture the sun itself, I may be able to deal with some of its rays. The next best thing that's at my disposal that nobody can deny me is water. So much so that I take water next to me and make it produce my children. Something that's me, that's my sperm that I have given to this water man, and she in return develops it and gives it back. And is so worthy of an entity that the best comes and occupies what this woman has given back to me. That's powerful. That is powerful. So if we can look at just the water itself, there is very few limitations at this level of existence that you can come up with and say that's the end of the use of water. It's all around you. If water wasn't in this air, you couldn't hear my voice. If it didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. So ask yourself, so now, what is the limitation of water? Absolutely. Matter of fact, the message say, if you can find the origin of water, you find God. So, how much power, what it is, it's up to you.
Yes, sir. So, thank you very much, Father.
Yes, sir. Did that answer the question?
Yes, sir, Father.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right? I love it. In other words, I know what you're hearing. You may not be able to do anything with it at the present time, other than prepare your being for the greatness of what you're hearing. If there isn't a future laid out before you, then there's no justification for you to live today. Is that understandable? If I come to just to talk about putting up a building, I mean, hey, white folks do that overnight. You go in the morning, you see the crews come out, whatnot, and the building standing there. And we literally did this. We stayed there in Scottsdale. I went to the supermarket to get some things, see the building sitting there, and the guy come up with the truck. Matter of fact, I had to sit down and wait for him to back it up. I went back that evening, the building was gone. I said, man, Whitey is bad. He done removed the whole building. If you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't know the building was there. And for the next few days, he was out plowing up the land, leveling it all, putting down concrete, whatnot. So if you came there 3 days later, you wouldn't have seen him, and the building had been gone. It's up. Is there any thing else? You know, most things most things that is talked about to you concerning the spiritual, and I hope you all listen. Let the rhythm of Buddhism escape you for a moment. Everything that you hear concerning the divine is mysterious. You know, Jesus is going to do something in the by and by. That whole language is something that does not allow you to see the tomorrow. It tries to get you to see somebody else that's going to make tomorrow for you. But you don't know what he's going to do. This, what you're hearing coming from me, lets you know there is a tomorrow for you that you are going to do, and you're going to have mastery of it. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yes, sir. If you're all getting tired, we'll take a couple more questions after this.
Yes, sir, Father. This has been riding me for a very long time since we were together there in Chicago at the DeSavo Museum there. And you had mentioned once before that according to how much sun a person can take will tell how much sickness is in the body. However, my question to you is, when we were in the back waiting to come on the stage,
right,
you were standing on the opposite of the door jamb, and I was standing on the opposite side, also admiring your nails. You know, they were very, they were very neat and shiny. And all of a sudden, I felt a heat coming up. And it was so intense that it kept getting greater and greater and greater. And I just submitted myself and said, well, if I'm going to spontaneously combust, so be it. However, my head was to the floor in submission. And I noticed it was the hottest any sun in the sky that I've ever witnessed. And so I wanted to know, what was that for? Was it a purification for me, or what was it? What was you doing?
I probably was preparing to deliver what I was about to deliver. Was that the time when I spoke about dismantling the nation?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, that particular meeting, I went out as being me, at least a large part of me. And I started doing it before I went on the rostrum. And that's the meeting that I went out and spoke. I didn't give to readers. I only gave it to the ones that wanted it. And I also made the statement, anybody that comes up to the mic and disrespects me, I was getting them while they standing right at the mic.
Yes, sir.
So they wouldn't have no confusion as to who did it.
Yes, sir.
So it was a vibration that it would take to do that. I brought it to that level.
Yes, sir.
And went on right with it. Now, if you were standing there close by, so you just picked up on it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I don't know how to tell you other than the way that I'm doing it in a mathematical way. The man that's standing before you really, really, really is the supreme being. Everything in nature submits to me, even white folks. If they don't, I know how to make them. Even Satan submits to me. To me. What he does is run off away from me and then try to rebel against me with you. However, to me, this is why I can say, Satan, leave him alone. He got to go. However, I don't do that for everybody because you're supposed to do it. If he leave because I said it, he would be saying the same thing to me. When I told him, well, have you considered trying my faithful servant Job? He said, no, because you're protecting him. I mean, if you take that protection off him, I'll get it. You see? He put it back on me. He's saying like Job ain't nothing. But you, I mean, I can't do it with Job. And I said, well, hey, go ahead and do what you want to do. Just don't take his life. And Job got rid of him too. And when he did, I blessed him more than what he had. Because he got rid of Satan, not me. You see? So, I don't know how to tell you at your level of thinking. It's like telling my son, your dad stands taller than you because I got more to do in life than you. Only thing you got to do at this particular time is get up, clean yourself, make your room up, brush your teeth, get ready to go to school, kiss your mommy, obey what she say. That's all you got to do. And while you're doing that, you'll be learning. However, while you're doing that, son, I'm going to do this. I'll be back in so and so time. So he got to look up. Okay, Dad. I'm looking down. Got that, son? Yes, sir. It's the same thing here. I may not stand taller than you physically. However, my thoughts and my ability to do things far supersedes you. Far, far supersedes you. So when I know when the devil's getting ready to do something to certain people of mine or ours, and I don't want him to do it, I send him confusion. I may send a tornado and bust up the place a little bit. Deter him from doing what he had in his mind. I may send a little bit of that power, what we call water. I mean, so his house will float. You see? You can't do it yet. Well, if you stick with me, you do that and more. You all understand? I often think sometimes, quite a bit of time I think, I would like really for you to know, I mean in your soul, every fiber of your being to know that I really am Allah. So it will bring peace to your mind and take away the stagnation that you have and that hesitation to move. I mean, he sounds good, but. Well, if he was God, why would? Remove all the questions. Get rid of the doubt. So when you move, you move. You know, get ready. If Satan say something to you, you laugh and keep moving. But until that happens, I got to wait for you to see that I'm more powerful than mommy. You know, I mean, tell my son, well, I'm talking, I'm not gonna play no more now. I mean, I got something to do. He won't get down. He don't think I got no power. So since he don't think it, I said, Mommy, he stopped right away. What are you doing in there, boy? Nothing. Leave your father alone. And he go trot on off. But when I say it, he just keep on playing. Because he don't know. He still think mommy is the powerful one. You see? Like these ones that's with the messenger. I ain't going with that Solomon. I'm with the messenger, and the messenger says, Master for Muhammad is Allah. They still with mommy. They think mommy is the powerful one. And mommy ain't even here as what they know. You see what I'm saying? So if I really exercise my power, I don't have to call mommy. I can just pick him up and toss him across the room. And I've done it a couple of times. I threw him on the bed, just throw him over there. He just cracked up. Ah, ha, 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 ha. But I did it in such a way to let him know this is power. I could take you, and you don't have no will to resist it, and make you fly through the air and do it effortlessly. He hit the bed. Since he didn't hurt himself, it's fun. They run back, do it again, do it again. But what I'm showing them is, if you ever cause me to do that in anger, you don't have a ghost of a chance. You see? So I'm speaking to him subconsciously, although he's getting fun from it. I can do the same thing with you. But that's not what I want to do. I want you to know that you know that you know I am, you speaking now, I am the son of the Most High. I'm the daughter of the Most High. I'm intelligent about it. Just because I'm the son of the Most High, I don't go to the police officer, look, I need you to do so and so and so and so. You're not going to give me the ticket. Do you know who I am? Yeah, you somebody that's got a ticket. You got to be very intelligent because I'm intelligent. First place, I'm not going to do anything to get a ticket. And if I do, I know I did it. And if I want to get one anyhow, although I'm not guilty, I know who's giving it to me. It ain't one of us. It's the enemy of me. So I take the ticket. When he go home at night, let his wife beat him up. Why not? I'll take what he loves and whip him. And while they're doing it, he'll know he's getting whipped because he gave a righteous man something that he wasn't supposed to have. You see? I won't keep going on in that. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. Would it be permissible for me to ask my tribe?
It's permissible.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if I'll answer. Well, I didn't necessarily want to go into that this evening because that is rather personal, and it brings the vibration down to a personal level. However, you're the 11th tribe.
Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir. All right? I don't know if I'll stay. You got some more?
No, sir. Thank you, Father.
Yes, sir. I don't know if I'll stay until tomorrow to have the personal audiences. The hotel where you all have me is beautiful. Let me put it this way. The hotel is beautiful. The room is very adequate. However, Mr. Bobo charged for everything. I mean, we got a room where we can look out and see him playing golf. He charged us for it. I mean, he charged you all for it. So if I stay another night, for 2 nights, y'all will end up almost paying $400. I mean, the place is not befitting of Allah, but it will accommodate a good man. You see? So I'm constantly thinking, I know what you all send every week as help to us, the headquarters, that makes it possible for what we're doing. So I'm weighing in my mind, is it worth me staying and talking with you, or you all get the tapes and listen to it and keep 200 in your pocket. So I'm trying to decide what should. Oh, you. Ooh. So stay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Father.
Stay with my conscience. Yes, ma'am. Well, we got half of it. So if you all insist, I'll stay another day and see the minister or the secretary or the captain. They'll inform you as to where we'll meet tomorrow. Tomorrow evening won't be a good time because I take quite a few reports early in the morning and at night. I'm flooded. Father, so and so happened. Some of it's negative. Most of it's positive now. So I give directions to make sure it remains positive or it magnifies. So most I'm sitting by the phone, talking to everything that's in motion. However, during the course of the day, after 11 until about 5 or 6 in the evening, I'm available, or I can make myself available. Would that be all right with you? Well, I wouldn't say go to another hotel just for moving the luggage that I brought. So if you all are, I know it's the temple that's doing it. I hope it's the temple that's doing it. It's not no coming out of one person's pocket. So I enjoyed myself being with you, just to be able to talk to you all that are already with me, and those of you that is first coming out to hear me or you hearing this. It gives me the inspiration or justification, knowing that I have shared some things with your mind, your thinking, that will allow you to go to tomorrow. Something that is real that you can really look forward to. Because I'm the author behind it, but I'm causing you to actually do it. So when I ask you to come to heaven, you come to heaven, you're going to come to something that's already in motion. And I spiritually and physically protect you there. Once you get to heaven, don't nobody come in and do nothing to you. They might bust out a couple windows, but then you go ask what happened to the person that busted out. I mean, for real. We had a brother, a young teenager, run down the street, hit one of the little children. I think he was 9 years old or something like that. Knocked him way up in the air. Then he came down and ran over him again. Took him to the hospital to check him out. He only had a couple of bruises. Because he with me. He's running across the street to go get a ride home. The brother that hit him, we had to go run him down. We told the police about it and everything. They tried to find him, couldn't find him. They called me up. I said, look, you go so and so and so and so, and you'll find him. They went and found him. His grandmother was there shaking and trembling. He was scared and crying and whatnot. They thought we were going to take him to court and do this and hit and run and all kind of stuff. He don't even know if the boy was dead or not. We told him, the only thing we want from you, you're going to come to the temple. You ain't never been there, but you're going to come to the temple and you're going to offer him and his father an apology. We're not putting the police on you. Now, if you don't do it, we're going to put the police on you and I'm going to get you. See? So he came and he apologized. And he heard nothing else about that since. And the boy still running around like nothing ever happened. So I let you know, when you get there, I protect you. You see? I do this individually for yourself while you're not there. However, it's a more of a struggle because we are doing this jointly. I'm protecting you and you're making sure you're protected. Not I'm protecting you and you just walk around aimlessly or recklessly. And I'm still supposed to protect you. Nope. I'll draw the protection back to let you know, wait a minute. Now don't overwork me. You do your part and I'm going to do mine. You understand what's being said? Because this is real. It's real. So I appreciate being able to even have someone to even come and talk to. They won't be too much longer that I'm going to be expecting you all to go different places and speak to our people. because they're going to be at a level of awareness that does not require my presence. And if that don't mean I'm a big eye, which I am, but it don't mean I portray myself as a big eye. This is why those ones that I don't go and speak to, I will allow them to touch the hem of my garment. That's the least of you all, meaning the least of you all that think the way I do, but you're still with me. You will go and talk to them and sharpen yourself. You see? This thing is laid out here. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, Father. On behalf of Temple 27, Los Angeles, we'd like to thank you for coming from Phoenix out here to speak to us and share with the guests the beauty that you are.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, with that said, I'm going to be going to Connecticut and Boston the 13th, 12th, 11th, 12th, 13th of next month. Then we're having the grand opening of our restaurant in Cincinnati. It's beautiful too. You all know Miss White? All of y'all know her, my wife?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
She's running it. It's beautiful. Just quite a few of the members has already been there. It's open, it's running every day. And the people there in the community actually appreciate it. Can you believe that? In heaven, they act like, well, that's pork, don't touch that. But in Cincinnati, they're coming in. When we first opened up, I think the first day we opened up, we made something like $600. The first day. Then it got up to $1,000 a day. And we only had a few brothers in there working. We was working them to death. And so, in other words, it's taking care of the rent for the houses, the rent for the building that we have there. It's taking care of itself. And the people, when they're coming in, they say, this is so much of a family atmosphere. They come in and eat and don't want to leave. They sit down and talk. We'll be looking at some other people are here waiting. That's how comfortable they feel because they have gone in. And even Mrs. Bobo, a white person, came in, sit down. She said, this is wonderful. The food is great. The atmosphere that I pick up here is inviting. This is wonderful. So if they see it and feel it and they're negative, you can imagine what you're going to feel because it's yours. The money that you sent out, this is what it is producing. At the same time, while you're listening to me, you're growing in your thought. And so when you get to the point where I must be independent, I got to be independent, there's a place you can go and actually be just that. So I'm not stopping. You got it? All right. Well, I won't hold you. Yes, sir? We're going to go and, like I said, see the secretary or the minister or the captain so we can correlate how we're going to do this tomorrow, and I'll spend a little time with you. Salam alaikum.